how to do an intro to this, so we'll just do this. Shovel Knight. That's really all there is to say. This game came out a few months ago, and people played it to death and reviewed it to death, and it's just gotten so much praise for being what it is, and personally, I do think that it deserves pretty much all of that, because it is an extremely well-made game. I have not beaten it yet, because it's also fairly hard. But here's a little bit of story, which I guess you guys could read. I'm not going to say it just because it's been done a million times, and it's not the world's most important thing. This game is really more for the gameplay than the story. So, let's just see how this goes. I've also, if things look blurry, I've turned down the resolution to just try and cut down the size of this, because the other day I recorded something for Guild Match Code, which ended up being like 83 gigabytes or something ridiculous. So, hopefully that gets up, but right now it's having rendering problems, and it took 2 days to upload, so I really don't know. But, this game, pretty simple. You have to defeat everybody shown here on this screen, and you are the Shovel Knight. You use your shovel, and you are a knight. The Enchantress and her... Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter. Can't talk today. So, the game... I'm going to be uploading these parts in about it should be one stage at a time, and then for, like, some stages that happen to be really fast, which will really only be this stage, I guess I'll record 2 a day. And I got hit on the tutorial. You can tell that I am the best at video games. So another thing is enemies, you can juggle them. You have one attack. This is just kind of your standard attack. You can dig and also just hit enemies basically. And then while you're in the air, you use this. That's pretty nice. And also, little recent news about Shovel Knight that I think that just came to mind and I feel I should cover. Smash Bros. Nintendo recently released like a choose who you want to be in Smash Bros. And a lot of people I know are voting for Shovel Knight. Let's hope that little Skype pop-up doesn't show up. So a lot of people I know are jumping for Shovel Knight to be in Smash. I actually know, I think it was, who was it? It wasn't in Sega? I want to say one of the Sega executives said on Twitter that they voted for Shovel Knight. So if we do see Shovel Knight in Smash, that'll be very interesting. I can definitely see how he'll work with his artifacts that will gain throughout the game. Like, this could be his down aerial, similar to Link. His kind of standard attacks could all be little smash attacks with the shovel, so he could charge a shovel and, like, hit somebody really hard with his standard attack for his smash. This dragon, I jumped on him, so I can actually just skip him, but I had to just do it because it's good for money. And this game doesn't have lives. You can die as many times as you want. However, you lose a little bit of gold when you die, which you have to then gather back. And gold in this game is more than just... It's more than just being, like, for upgrades that you, like, you need the upgrades to continue in stages, you need the artifacts, as well as, like, that. But they don't really count towards your score. There's not really a score in this game like some of the older RPGs, some of the older platformers and stuff. But it still is just good to get all the gold you can, because you can get armor and shovel upgrades, which are not super important, but fairly helpful. I just collected the music there. Ooh, controller. Freaked out a little bit there. I am playing with a controller, but this is like a $10 controller, so it's not the best controller, especially for a game that's so precise like this one. And that's really all there is to say about the gold. I would show it, but I know it'll come up in come up eventually when I fail horribly and die. You can also bounce off enemies. This is not just like a jump, it's actually a bounce as well, this. So you can bounce off enemies when you need. In just a moment, actually. Ugh, I hate having to stitch this together in editing. Actually, wait, do I have to? Just a moment. I'm sorry if my commentary's slowed down. Okay, I might go quiet for a moment, but I don't think the episode will stop. Concerning Final Fantasy, that game's a very kind of long game with a lot of downtime. Like, in the battles, I could cut out the battles, but it's just kind of a slow game, very story-driven, and I feel as if I would do better to have that as, like, a live stream. So that's on hiatus until live streams. Alright, sorry about that. My brother has a tendency to walk into my room every single time without fail whenever I start recording. That's why in some episodes there are strange cuts or just moments where I just go silent because I have to mute my mic. Which, that time when I silent was actually pretty good. You could hear the music of this game. This game has really good music, like, just throughout the entire game. I believe each stage has its own music, but I'm not exactly sure. We'll see, but if I remember correctly, they definitely do. Well, they don't definitely do, but whatever. Ignore my craziness. There's also secrets in the walls, which I've been exposing. I will not be getting every secret, but the ones that I do know, or the ones that I see, I will get. And I want to jump... No, right, you can't quite. Those guys aren't invincible. I want to jump on them, like, really far, but I remembered that they're not invincible, they're just a little flying hazard. So I think, is it now or later? Yeah, later. Okay, so we come across the second mini-boss. There's generally 2 mini-bosses in each stage. Go outside my door. There's... don't want to be over the pit when that thing explodes, because it will drop you. Another thing is, those little mini-bosses, they're not usually over pits like that, but when they are, the treasure will go... I thought that I was close enough to the ladder, and I wasn't, but I guess this is the perfect time to show off how you get your money back. Though that is kind of annoying. This controller isn't, like, the best controller, like I said. So, I don't know if I should play with the analog stick. I feel as if I shouldn't, but I can do that, I guess. But I can also do that with this. It's just kind of awkward. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, there's not really a reason to fight this guy. Like, I've already beaten him. I think he may give me an apple, but he won't give me any treasure. Does he give you the apple? Oh, God. Don't be over the pit, please. Dude, over here. Oh my God. Oh. No, he'll give you... Yay, apple. Okay. So that guy, the little thing there is to show you that, like... That was interesting. When you get hit, you can kind of, like, get pushed around and stuff. Can I get this? I want that little treasure. Yeah, did it. Okay. So these are sand blocks. There's different types of sand blocks. There's some that when you just hit them, they break, but there's others that I think take, like, multiple, not multiple hits to break. They just kind of break when you touch them. I don't think there's any that take multiple hits. But there's actually artifacts and stuff, like, that have to do with the sand later on. No, that's not double secret. There's little dirt mounds that you dig. Later there's an upgrade that allows you to just get the entire dirt mound in one swing. Now then, I'm really bad at this game, but I feel like this is a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. So there's little optional secret zones throughout all the stages where it's like you go one way instead of the other, and then you can just get extra treasure or something. And I really think that's the entirety of the game, except for the bosses. Oh yeah, checkpoints. You'll get the checkpoints, and you can actually destroy these checkpoints. You can't do it in the tutorial stage, but you can do it later on. You get an achievement. Turkey is full heal, I believe. You can get an achievement if you destroy all of the checkpoints in one stage and beat the stage. However, whenever you die, you go back to the beginning of the stage, so I'm not going to be doing that. Black Knight. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later, coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. And then I'm just going to let this be silent. I feel as if it's better for that to be silent. Is he gonna do... What's he gonna do? Is it jumpy attack time? Yep, jumpy attack. He also has... Yeah, that move, which he'll fire a little magical bolt at you, and then if you get hit by that, you'll take damage, but you can also reflect it back at him. Which you get an achievement for, which I think I will try to do, but I think I already have the achievement, so it won't show up. But you will, if you kill him with his own projectile, he will get you'll get an achievement for it, which I don't think I'm gonna do. Actually, well, I'm gonna try to, but like, if it comes down to it, I mean, I already have the achievement, so it's not a big deal. Oh my god. Stop jumping. Okay, fire your little purple bolt. And then the more times you fire that little purple bolt back at him, he'll start to juggle it around with you more and more. Took way more damage than I should have, just because I was trying to talk. No, just because I was messing around. And now we go into one of the dream sequences, I believe. Yeah. So, in between beating the levels, Shovel Knight, you'll have these little cutscenes where you'll see him at his camp, falling asleep, and then he'll throw up into his dream. Weird, strange wording there. So, in your dreams, you have to, where is it? Just gonna wait for it to show up on screen. Catch her. So when you jump, you have to catch Shield Knight, which you can do it on the ground, but like, you can also jump for it. And later on in the dreams, enemies will show up, and then you can actually, for some reason, money you get from the dreams, you can actually use to buy real things. You can cover your fire for the jewels, and you also get an achievement that says only you. So that was the first tutorial level of Shovel Knight. I like this guy though. He's like, oh, that's just a shovel. Even though we've been kind of just beating people up with our shovel. I'm just gonna show off a few things really fast, because the tutorial level is short. This is the Bard. He doesn't have any music sheets, so he'll pay you for any music sheets you found. And then you can also talk to him, and he will play the music for you. So that's a nice little touch. In here, you can buy a magic increase, so let's use more items, or you can buy a health increase, and increases your maximum health. And then down here, there's a few things. This person will dance for you. I forget. Oh, that's a. I don't remember what she does. And then the king, he talks about how he misses his castle, and this is Grandma Swamp, and she will tell you stats throughout the game. So I've collected 6,081 gold total. I've fallen in battle one time because I didn't jump properly. I've been playing for 14 minutes. So she will, and then she gets mad at you because you go, oh, come on. Sometimes this will register the up button as one of the side buttons. You can break this wall here, and you meet, I want to say her name is Madeline, but I feel like that's wrong. Mona. I don't know where I got Madeline. I guess they both start with an M, I guess. She's bored, so if you pay 100 gold, she will summon these little vials for you to shoot up. So I guess I'll just do this little cutscene, not cutscene, this little game. So you need to get as many points as you can by hitting them back at the walls, which I'm really bad at. The little color changing ones explode. Oh my god, I can't hit them. I forget how many points you have to get. I think like 150 to really impress her, which is kind of the goal of this. Which I only have 93. Yeah, so I don't think I impressed her. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe you only needed 100. And suddenly, Skype decides to start working again. This entire week, Skype has not been showing any noise on my speakers, and now it does. So this guy here, he will sell you these Troupple chalices, which I am going to get both of. And this is, you can get both of these and fill them when we visit the Troupple King, which I will do in the beginning of next episode. This guy is Chester. You'll find him in chests throughout the game. He will give you the Chaos Sphere and the Fishing Rod. The Fishing Rod is good because throughout stages you can get extra items, and not extra items. You can refill your chalice, and you can pick up extra health and gold in sparkly areas throughout the stages. This is useful, however, I don't find myself using it too much, so I think I'm gonna get the Chaos Sphere just to show off what a battle item is like. So the Chaos Sphere, it takes up a little bit of energy, and then it'll bounce around. Anybody hit by the trail or anything will get hit. And is that a secret up there? Oh, music sheet. And then this guy here, he's Croaker. He just makes puns. And then he looks all triumphant. I like him a lot. But I think that'll be the end of that, and I'll have to mute Skype now. So, I guess, have a good one.